Hello, welcome everybody to Project Cars 2. This is the RaceOnOz GTE World Series. First round here at Algarve in Portugal, a track I'm not too familiar with, so if you aren't either, let's get acquainted with it very shortly. But short qualifying going right now. Good morning, Josh. Good to have you along. Yeah, qualifying underway at the moment. They're in the Chevrolet GTE car, and it is, I don't know all the names yet, so we're gonna have to bear with me while I learn this new series. But it's a 1 minute 40 flat by NIG. Nige Guns is his name. JJ Penguin and TB Williams down in third place. TB's just been beaten. Let's go and show you what's happening out on track, and let's get acquainted with this new series here on Project Cars 2. So there's the current times at the moment. Qualifying is done, so Dr. Moose looks to have gotten the top spot for now. And bear with me while I learn the controls as well and how everything functions. So JJ Penguin just finishing up his lap. This is Benny in the Porsche. Just realised it's not a one-make series, it's a GTE series obviously, and there's a bit of money on the line as well at the end of the season, so the guys here want to do well. A few Ferraris, Fords. This is JJ. John Dog. Pushes the Ford over the crest of the hill, down again, but race is over. So we've got the we've got the race coming up in just under a minute. So there it is. John Dog got top spot, fastest in all sectors with a 1:39.5. It was a 1:39.7 from Dr. Moose.
Nice lap, John.
Yeah, well done, John.
Good work, John Dog, man.
John.
Cheers, boys. Good work, everyone.
Nice laps, boys.
Did we lose one or two?
Yeah, we lost Brett. I got stuck in the pits for ages. I think he was having troubles getting out. I was on the pits for nearly 2 minutes. And then he dropped out.
Interestingly, you can actually plug a mouse in and use it on Project Cars, but it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. So there it is, John Dog.
Restart then to get him in.
And if the sound at all in the game is a little bit too quiet or too loud, we'll have to fix that on the go. Being the first time we've played around with Project Cars 2, it's not going to probably go as smooth as what happens with GT Sport and F1.
I'm okay with it.
Turn your mics back on, Nige.
Yeah, I just imagine it was you, and yep, we'll restart.
Yeah, as I said, I'm okay with it.
Sorry, boys. Yeah, go for a restart.
Does that restart with quali?
Everyone retire and spectate.
It is very foggy, this first race. Looks like they're going to restart things here. Don't know what's going on.
So we're doing restart, yeah? Or we're going for it?
Retired spectate.
We're retired, mate.
Okay.
Be a lonely race.
Yeah.
But you'd win.
Could be my only chance to.
Do you want to rerun quali or just...
Rolling start, hey?
Take this as long, wouldn't it?
Every much of a muchness, really. If we do rolling start, I wouldn't want to be cutting into the 45 minutes, though, extending the 45 minutes, though, so...
No, that's fair enough. They're just...
Yeah, probably rolling start. Everyone should...
Yeah, so there's actually two sprint races tonight, 2 45-minute races is the format. We'll go over that now while we're waiting. But welcome along, everybody, and all the new guys that are coming along. My name's Josh Gain. It's good to have you along for this one. Just getting things restarted, and we'll be straight into the racing. So they've got 2 drivers, teams of 2. There's an option or buy-in for the championship. So I'm not sure where that is sitting at the moment, but tonight, 2 45-minute races. And no aids, no driving aids at all. It is realistic for the drivers out there, so it's all skill at the moment. So, apologies about the delayed start. Yeah, Project Cars 2 is new for me. I've actually never really done leagues or anything on Project Cars 2, so I'm really excited to see how this goes. But yeah, I think we're getting just this race restarted here. It is at Algarve Autodromo Internacional do Algarve in Portugal. It's not a track I'm very familiar with, so it'll be interesting to get a lap around it while the guys are out there. It's got 15 turns. And Wikipedia is always a good place. 100,000 people capacity. It's 4.692 kilometers long, and it cost 195 million euros, approximately $250 million. It includes a karting track, tech park, 5-star hotel, sports complex, and apartment. So it's all in one, this place. So it's quite the venue, actually. Alrighty, I think they've gone to the race start. Welcome along. Dr. Moose on the top spot. And it's a very foggy day indeed. And we're waiting for things to get cracking. It's a bit of a long wait. It's a very, very cool place indeed, if that's the case. So the guys might be loading in. I'm not sure how Project Cars 2 works. Like I said, just bear with me through this first race until I get completely familiar with how things work. So 2 Ford GTs and the Chevrolet, Ferrari, another Corvette, another Ferrari, Ford GT, another Ferrari, Ford GT, Ford GT, Ford GT, Porsche, which is good to see. Coxie's driving that one. Another one from Benny. Another Corvette from Jake, John Dog. So yeah, the Corvettes are popular amongst this group.
10 seconds.
Alrighty, looks like things are about to get going. And it's a green light racing from all the field. It is so foggy we can't hardly see anything. Was there somebody stuck on the field? A lot of people moving up positions, and that looked really messy down the back. But we're getting up towards the first few turns now. Everybody gets through, and this could just be a formation lap, and they're tricking me. So rolling start possibly is the case. I just sounded like an idiot there. Got all excited. This one should be very interesting indeed. So thanks for joining us tonight. And thanks for hanging in there, guys. Unfortunately, I don't know if I was ready or not. Do we have replay functionality tonight? That didn't work. Give me a second, I'll try and add the replay. Alrighty, well, welcome along. My name's Josh Gain. We've got the GTE World Series here at Project Cars 2 with the RaceOnOz just about to get underway. John Dog leads the field, and we're just getting the first lap done. Slowly rolling start here. Like I said, I'm learning the everything. I thought it was a standing start, but it looks like they're doing their own rolling start. So points on offer tonight for first place will be 150. So both these races worth a lot of points if you can win. 137 for second, 129 for third. So two 45-minute races coming up. And John Dog's in the top spot. Looks like he's about to get things rock and rolling as we go green flag racing, and the cars now single file up towards the first turn and into the very, very foggy conditions. This one is going to be very interesting indeed. So the drivers will have to work with reduced visibility, and they're doing just that at the moment. So Benny sticks inside 8th place, and he's doing a great job. He's up to sixth rather. Looks like there might have been an incident further back down the field. Some of the guys running a little bit wide. Don't know if Jake or Coxie was involved. I think Coxie has been involved there. He's right at the back end of the field, and that's not where he was sitting very early on. These two guys, though, this is V8 power. And look at this. Up the inside, the Corvette. and the 4GT around the outside. That was Dr. Moose there running a little bit wide, and it's I Killed Skippy up on the inside. And these guys right now jostling for position. It is the first 40. It is a 45-minute race, so they've got to they don't need to push too hard this early, but at the moment there's a real battle happening out on track. So very, very busy indeed for some of these guys. On board with GTR. Very tight left-hander there. And I wish as a director in Project Cars, we'd be allowed to get rid of all the bottom information there, but unfortunately I can't get rid of it for you. It's pretty good. I do like the way Project Cars does things, but if director, you should be able to sort of hide, sort of how we do GTE Sport. I think GTE Sport has actually got the best system of all of the games out there at the moment for console. So that was on board with GTR there. He's in a little bit of a pack down in 12th place. TB Williams, 4th place, just up ahead 2 seconds. He's got a bit of time between him. But it's Benny and JJ Penguin here giving each other a bit of a hard time as the battle continues. Looks like JJ's going to go up the inside, but the Porsche cuts off the door and doesn't give him any room to breathe. Just want to test if replay is working, guys. So give me 2 seconds here. Oh, look at that. Great little move from the Ferrari, and JJ up into 5th place. It is. All right, we've got a bit of... we will have replay functionality if we do see it, so that's good to see. So welcome along, everybody. This race is... well, we've got 39 minutes remaining. At the top of your, very top of your screen there, you can see time remaining. This is the first of the 2 sprint races scheduled for this evening. And at the moment, things have been quite clean. So the guys are doing a fantastic job. So you can see the lap times there on the left-hand side. They're all over the place, aren't they? Top 144 to the 145. They've just hit lap 4. So huge difference. So there was something happening here, wasn't there? Skippy. He does have FAM GTR on his back. And GTR on that Corvette giving chase up to the hairpin now. Got to brake heavy. Sort of closes the gap. But this is Tardy 5.6 and he's got blue XR8 on his tail. And the 4GT's giving each other a bit of a hard time. Back up the front though with JJ Penguin. This battle's been raging on now for some time, and he's catching up to this man TB Williams. They're running the same livery here, but it's TB who's just ahead, and Benny in that Porsche has just dropped off their pace slightly now. So there's a bit. Oh, somebody's off there. That's Sparky God in the GT there. That's I don't know how he's ended up in the middle of the paddock there, but losing 5-6 positions out of that one, down into 8th place. So Sparky looks like he was pushing a little bit too hard at some point. And now he's got Brett right on his tail. Into turn 1, up towards turn 2. Oh, around goes Brett. He cooked it a little bit too much. The Ferrari got away from underneath him. and he rejoins the track, but that's going to lose him all important time, and he's now down into 15th. You can see it was a very, very foggy lap, and watch as Brett comes down into the first turn, puts the brakes on. The car to the back end was, he just didn't really get it slowed down in time. This is Dr. Moose. He's in 6th place, and he's leading that position quite comfortably because V8 and XR8 just in behind him. They're a little way away at the moment. Benny's just found his pace, though. His last lap of 1:42, so he's not too far off the top spot, guys. And he's controlling the pace in 5th very well indeed. He's not letting the 2 Ferraris, JJ and TB, get away from him as well. So he's still within fighting range. And that's good to see. On board with the Porsche. Up towards the first turn. You can see he's in the slipstream there of TB Williams. Gets the apex nicely. You see it's a very fast first turn, and that's probably why Brett went around the way he did into this right-hander now. Up towards the left-hander hill. It's hard to get this right when you've struggling with downforce. I was actually racing this the other week on Race Room, and it's quite a good track actually. But you can see all the technology center, the hotel. This place is it's got everything by the sounds of it. Oh, the Ferrari there. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. And he's done it. TB struggled under the pressure, and he lost 4th place, and the Porsche screams ahead. And now TB's got all that work ahead of him. Watch this. Just watch the body language of the Ferrari ahead. You could see as we're a fair way off. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, and he's around. And great little overtake. And that is... It's Dr. Moose in the Black 4 GT. He's catching up to these lads right now. So this is looks like it's about to heat up. Let's see what happens down into the first turn this lap. 6/10 the gap between him. He's got a nice 3-second gap in behind. Oh, that Ferrari again. The 4 GT guy's gone wide as well. Just playing with a little bit of track limits there. Warm up. I believe they've done all that, haven't they, Pipe? The warm up. I mean, if there's enough people out there that want to watch them do the warm up, I'll usually do it. But I usually don't show the full qualifying, and I usually just show the end of it. Every race that we do. Some I don't show at all. But this is the first race of 2 tonight. I'm fairly sure they've done the warm up. Like I said, I'm still learning their schedule, so let me know if I'm misunderstanding what you're asking there. Let's get a bit of a look through the field. Oh, there's a bit of action happening here with V8 and Blue XR8 in behind him. He's getting very, very eager for an overtake. Up the inside, dives it. Corvette, though, with a line around the outside, has got extra grip. Gets on the power better. And it's all the work still to do for Blue. V8, though, he's got the line, though. He'll come into the apex around the last turn, turn 15. And that 4 GT, it was just a bully of a presence, and he's just stolen that position away. Great little bit of racing. That's his lead. His next target, GTR. Back in behind, this is V8. Apparently he's running around in neutral. If we go, oh, big dive there. Looks like some of the tyres starting to come into it and affecting their grip out there at the track. Well, what are we in? We're about 15 minutes into this one. Lap 8 at the moment. This is Brett. He's managed to find his way forward a little bit extra now, so he's doing well. Tuddy, just doing his own little thing in 12th. This is Coxie. Had a big accident, a big mix-up on the first opening lap, and he's been working ever hard since to try and regain all the positions he's lost. So Skippy and Jake Skills. But it is Guns. Nige Guns in first place. He is lapping consistently well. A 141.345. But it's John Dog who got the pole position, and he's doing a 148 at the moment. So the pace is really coming down. And look at the gap they've got over third place Penguin. 6 seconds. It's a huge gap for these two guys. This is how far back JJ is. This is Benny. And you can see just in the fog there, Benny looks like he's gotten around the two of them. So the Porsche doing its thing at the moment, coming into its own. And it's both TB Williams and Dr. Moose. And here comes Sparky God in the green 4GT. This one's really heating up now. He takes a lot of the curb, and he looks like he's primed for a bit of an overtake shortly. Which way is he going to dive? Is he going to go down the inside, go around the outside? It is a GT versus GT, so it's all down to the driver and possibly the car set up slightly. And as they come and get back onto the power again, Sparky God looking for a way around now. Oh, he's lost it on the exit. That's so unlucky for Sparky God. So unlucky. He was primed for a move, and he was looking the faster of the lot as well. So all that time, just gone. Just absolutely diminished. But it is GTR and Blue who look to be the next two about to cause a bit of a stir on track. So we're half an hour into this one. Well, half an hour to go now in this first of two sprint races this evening. And it's been a pretty clean affair out there. There's a few little movers and shakers amongst them. And at the moment, Blue is giving a hard time. Oh, he's done the same thing. We've seen so many people do that today. Getting their back end out and just putting them on the back foot. That is not what Blue needed. So they just got to get on the power and hold their position. Confidence as well will be, they'll be losing confidence when that happens. And this is GTR. Look how close he is now to the back of that 4GT. He's really pestering him, putting the pressure on. Let's see if he can't cause a bit of a stir. And we've seen it's happened so much today. GTR. You can see Sparky will be checking those mirrors furiously, looking for the best line to defend. As we come around the last final sector now, if GTR can get on the power out through 15 and get the confidence through that final right-hand bend, he gets extremely close now to the back end of it. Sparky doesn't know where to place his GT car. Looks like he's gotten around just up at the inside. Great little bit of move from the Corvette. And Sparky now in 8th place. And he's down 3 seconds on his best lap. So that all happened while riding on board. Oh! Again, grip on the track is causing issues for people. Great little bit of a save there from GTR. Great bit of save. Watch this. As we were charging up towards the first turn, we're on board with Sparky God. And just watch the body language of that Corvette. Oh, great little bit of save. Great bit of saving. And he's now fallen further down the order as Sparky God and GTR now around the outside. He's going to be off track, less grip. They touch doors and they scrape and screech against each other. But this is fantastic racing between the two. Too wide they go. And it's going to be inside now for the Corvette GTR. I think he backed out a little bit. It's an awkward corner. He's run the Ford GT wide. Looks like XR8 had the power though. Corvette though looking for a way through. Nothing on the horizon just yet. XR8 bullied his way past. Got the elbows out. They both got their elbows out there. But it was Blue who was able to come out the victor. Unfortunately for GTR, he's a great little bit of racing. The lap before, he lost all that time down into the first turn. And he's on the back foot. So, Sparky's in the pits. And Dr. Moose gives chase. Here we go. The long hold. He'll lose a lot of positions out on track, but he's one of the first guys I think we've seen take to the pit lane. And he'll come back out in last place. But don't forget, the rest of them will need to pit. Nige Gun still leads. Just some fantastic laps, consistent laps from this man at the moment as we are 23 minutes to go in this first of two tonight. John Dog hasn't been able to hold his pole and convert that at the moment, but we'll wait and see what strategy, if it will change anything. JJ Penguin also doing himself proud in third. Benny's done a really consistent race as well in fourth place. And TB Williams, he's had a lot of guys attack him tonight, but he's kept his cool, kept his calm, and at the moment he holds fifth place, and he's going to be very hard to get around. It is Dr. Moose at the next car who looks to be attacking. This is Dr. Moose. 200 kilometers an hour around through the fast last corner. You can see his fuel nice and full. He's just got so much extra pace over that Ferrari, it seems, down that straight. TV looks like he was just fighting the back end of the car a little slightly there. Very close now. Inches between the two of them. Oh, and he's gone. That's not what TB needed. The pressure got too much. Again, we've seen that happen so often tonight. As the cars are coming out of and exiting corners, they get the power down too quickly. And it is goodbye to the rear end. He caught it mid-drift, but not before he was overtaken by Dr. Moose. And now the field condenses with Blue XR8 right in the prime move position. Will he take on the Ferrari shortly? It looks like even the next pack of cars is joining them. I think V8's part of that. Oh, what's going on there with GTR? A little bit of a lag. V8 Power's coming through as well, and so is Brett in that other Ferrari. This is about to get very interesting indeed. Because we pan down to TB. who's still managing to hold off Blue. But these guys at the moment racing very cleanly and very competitively at the same time. As they pierce through the foggy conditions, we just see the headlights, and it's side by side in the first turn, and that's a great little move from Blue. Textbook overtake from the man in the Ford GT, and looks like TB is now on the back foot. You can see he's holding a little bit more fuel than Blue in front. Let's have a look at the timings and see how things are looking. Last lap, 141 up the top, and then if we look at Blue, 142, TB 145. So we had a very slow lap that last lap, and yeah, that's causing issues. So he's slowing down. I don't know if that was if we're going to see him inside the pit lane soon. But TB was comfortably in 5th place, and now he's dropped all the way through to 7th. So he needs to make a decision now, or he needs to pick up the pace again, because he'll fall through the pack too much, and it'll be too much of a task for TB to get back up. And you can see it's getting quite crowded down in 7th, 5th, 6th and 7th as well. The rest of the cars are starting to come to life as we approach the final 20 minutes of this race. Lap 15 though for Guns. Nige, who's leading this one, he's got a 3-second buffer over John Dog. And these guys, well, they just can't do no wrong at the moment. JJ Penguin is controlling that Ferrari with conviction. Let's take you for an onboard lap with JJ Penguin. We'll see just how difficult it is to navigate this track here in Portugal. So JJ looks like he's got a grasp on this track really well. And Benny in that Porsche, he's done really well himself to hold 4th place. Hello, Chris. Chris Brown, welcome along, bro. Good to hear from you again, buddy. Welcome along, everyone. Project Cars 2, first time I've done a Project Cars 2 stream, broadcasting it. So thanks to RaceOnOz for getting in contact with me. Bit of a team competition here in the GTE World Series. And we're running to the end of this one and this first sprint race tonight. It was a 45-minute on the clock. We've got another 45 minutes to come TB hasn't dropped down further now. He's held 7th place consistently. Yeah, it's different for me as well. Saturday nights, I don't think I've done a Saturday night since I've begun doing all this. Now, if you are interested, I know I've been talking about it for a while. Oh, Coxie there. Again, cut the corner too tight. Hit the grass. Upset the balance of that Porsche. That didn't do himself any favours. Now, I know I've been talking about it a lot, and I do promise to get it organised. I'm just looking for a spare slot in the schedule at the moment. But if you are interested in entering the Bathurst 120, either GT Sport or ACC, keep your eyes peeled on news for that, because we will be organising that, and that will probably run on a Saturday or a Sunday at some point. I'm just looking for free time, that's all. So it's still in the works, and with FNL1 we will also be having ACC racing beginning on the 29th of March. That'll be round 1, so I'm very excited to get into that as well. So we've pretty much got all the big sims covered this year, and there'll be iRacing content as well. So if you are new and you love esports, you love your virtual racing, your sim racing, make sure you stick around here in Demo 1. We've got plenty to come. Also opinion, news and stuff with everything happening in the sim world. Oh, look at this. Coxie went wide, and Skippy, he seized the opportunity and he just wasn't able to take advantage. Somehow that Porsche just had the get up and go to overcome anything that the Ford GT could push at him. So a great little battle now down in 11th and 12th. Inside, that's going to force Coxie wide, and it does, but it's going to be now the inside line for the Porsche, and he'll push that GT wide, delay his turn in a little. He's entitled to do that, as he was the car in front. So yeah, there's like I said, there's plenty of virtual racing and opinion as well with our Talking Esports segments. They're not really scheduled, those things. I just talk about it when I'm live, but yeah, get involved. If and we've got articles written about them on our website. We'll be getting that more of that happening, and results from the big real-world esport events. I'm staying in touch with all of those, so I'll keep you informed about any big news happening there and give you highlights and all that. So yeah, it's your one-stop shop for sim racing here at Demo 1. It's I do appreciate all you guys' support. The more support you show, the more I get to do. So I'm loving it. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, hard. It's been hard a little bit for me with the chronic pain, but been able to work through it. And I think you're right. I think it's starting to pay off. So Brent seems to be down the order a little bit. Just trying to find. There's two cars right now on track. Oh, it's Coxie and Skippy. Oh, what's going on the top there? Skippy, around he goes at the top of the hill, and he's losing a bunch of time out of that one. Sparky goes through. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame indeed. Let's have a look. I was looking at the track map when all this happened, so I didn't quite get to see how Skippy did that. In he comes. Oh, the back end of the car just wanted to overtake the front. And that's classic oversteer. I think we've lost him. So Sparky got now 12th place. Only 11 minutes left in this session, so I don't think they're giving up completely, but they're out of this one because they just don't think they can fight back from where they are now. So this battle for 11th and 12th now. Points on offer here. Let's get you updated Oh, a little bit wide from Coxie, and that just opens the door. And thank you very much, Sparky. 11th and 12th. 72 for 11th and 69 for 12th. So it's a matter of 3 points here. And all the points matter when you come down to it at the end of the day. TB Williams, 7th place. His teammate Brent just in behind. And look at this. They're absolutely neck and neck with each other. I think Brent's gotten in front of TB. He has. Down that front straight. Brent runs a little bit wide there. He's got to be careful of that. Track limits. We'll see him getting penalised. Now, I don't know if Brett's had an issue or he's pitted. I didn't see that happen on my screen, so I'm not sure why he's dropped so far down the order. TB has done the same thing. He was in 7th, now 8th. So these guys are running neck and neck with each other. There could be some frustration kicking in there. Pipe, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they can see the time is running out. They haven't been able to run a perfect race for them. There's been mistakes creeping in all the way through, and it is easy to get that frustration boiling over into mistakes, and especially when you're down the back. So that could be what's happening there. We saw that happen earlier. But yeah, I'm wondering what's happened to Brett, because he was doing well up the front, but he's down in 7th place. I did miss what happened to him. Very foggy indeed. XR8's headlights just piercing through the fog. Benny's up to 4th, and he's doing really well, consistent. 1st to 4th, they've been super consistent today, and they completely deserve the points they're going to get for this first race. So they've still got 8 minutes to go though, so it's not, the job's not done yet, but past history would say that they're going to do very well indeed. So Brett starting to pull away on his teammate TB there, so Brett's really got the pace kicked up another notch. Saying Pipe adding, especially if you spin once, confidence is gone and you're so far back, it's really hard to keep chasing. Yeah, we've seen that. We just saw an example of that before with the driver deciding to retire. This is Jake. Looks like he's managed to get Sparky off his backside, because that gap was a lot smaller just a couple of laps ago. And Coxie, he's made too many mistakes, but he's still in it in 12th. You never know what could happen. So you never say die in motor racing, because 7 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, but in a race, it's an eternity. And at the moment, it is Guns who is doing the best times. We've hit lap 22, and he's still leading. His last lap, 141.109. So the drivers, there we go. You can see last lap, 141 from Guns, best of 140. And John Dog's pretty much lapping the same, 141.8. So he's down about 7/10. So that's why Nige has got the lead he's got of about 8 seconds. It has been just very consistent. This is John Dog and the other 4 GT. They're dominating the series here in round 1. And JJ is up to 3rd. Benny, still got no one on him. Blue is not too far away. So Blue, 8 seconds. I say not too far away. It didn't look like he was too far away. Dr. Moose, he's 5 seconds to XR8. Brett, 3 seconds. I think Brett's really starting to push in the times here. So Dr. Moose is going to have to look out. because this guy's on a mission. And he's coming hard and fast. You can see Dr. Moose's black Ford GT, the silhouette through the fog. And this red Ferrari is on an absolute charge right now. The final 6 minutes, there's still time. Let's see if Dr. Moose's position is in jeopardy. And Brett will definitely have something to say about that. Let's see what he can do. He's got a few laps to go. There you can see the Ford GT just ahead. 3.6 seconds interval. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Is it dropping or is it staying relatively same? Brett has his target inside. He needs to go running wide again. Don't know if they're going to get penalised for that later on. A lot of them have done that. And you can see why. They can keep their pace very high through the corner. 3.4. I don't know if he's dropping. He's fast enough at the moment. 2.9. Oh, this could be dangerous now for Dr. Moose. Brett is definitely coming hard and fast. .1. He lost a bit of time through that sector. But it's Brett and Dr. Moose at the moment. That is the big unknown as we charge towards the end of the race. The rest of the field are really quite separated. So Brett is really the only one out there who could have his position not quite sorted. 2.6 seconds. That time is dropping all the time. And Dr. Moose will be fully aware. He'll be hyper aware that there's a Ferrari just behind him about to kick up in his exhaust fumes. Because he'll be checking the splits. He'll be seeing it pop up on his screen as well. He'll be seeing Brett just close the gap every lap they're doing. 4 minutes to go. There's still time for Dr. Moose to hold him off. But it's going to be... It's going to feel like hours for Moose. And Brett, he can't get there quick enough. 2.2 seconds now. It was 3.6 last lap. So he's definitely pulling in the times. Dr. Moose, last lap, 1:4.33. Brett, a 1:4.19. Wow. That is at least a second and a half. So... this looks like it is the inevitable that's about to happen. Brett's got the pace. And Dr. Moose is just trying to hold on, consolidate that position. It is fully under threat. .4 now. 2.5 minutes. Brett is coming for this man. Dr. Moose. The fog hides Brett. He's ready to pounce. And Moose is, again, they're all using that first turn runoff, just using everything. They must be allowed to get away with it if they... Oh no! Moose is in trouble! That didn't look good at all. He struggled on the exit of the corner. I don't know if he was fighting oversteer or what, but his pace really dropped off then. And here comes Brett. This is surely the lap that the position changes. Welcome, Spebble. You've joined us just in time to see the conclusion of the first race tonight, the first sprint race. We've got another one after this. And wow, Brett is wanting that spot. No pun intended. Dr. Moose. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders right now. He's doing a fantastic job of just keeping himself composed. Because we're probably coming into the last lap now. And he just needs to probably hold him off for another lap. There could be one more to go. It depends where Nige is up the front. Depends. It's going to depend when Nige goes across that start-finish line. Brett's chasing. This is Nige guns here. There could be another lap yet. He's on lap 26. Brett and Dr. Moose, though. The gap, 6 tenths, 7 tenths. "24 seconds left in this one. We don't know where Nige is, but Brett is going to be wanting that spot. Like I said, the 68 Ferrari up against the 4 GT. Is he going to have a dive up the inside at this hairpin? Thank you very much, Spebble. I hope you're enjoying it. Project Cars 2, it's the first Project Cars 2 broadcast we've done on this channel, so it's good to see it's being enjoyed. Come on, Brett. Can he do it? Or has Dr. Moose got the skills? It's a wide car. He can use that to his advantage. Block the run. Let that Ferrari know that it's not allowed in front. This is intense racing between the two of them. Nigel has gone across the line, so this is the last lap. Oh, he's just tagged the back end of him, and Dr. Moose retains control. Great little bit of racing, but I think Brett, he's left it a little bit too late here. He will probably have another dive if he can get close enough, but that was his best opportunity, but there was no room. There was nowhere to go, and Brett couldn't find a way around. We're about to go through the last corner now, and the 4 GT has the power. Brett is going to run wide. Oh, he could bin it on the last lap. He's done a great job to control it. But it was Dr. Moose who, in the end, kept composed, and he's taken 6th place for race 1. So, well done. Dr. Moose gets himself 102 points. And Brett, well, he gets 96, but he would have liked those extra 6 points tonight. So we've got the second sprint race just about to start. So hope you guys can stay with us and enjoy the last race tonight. Another 45-minute sprint race here at Algarve in Portugal. It was a thrilling battle indeed. And if you are new here, my name's Josh Gain, commentating this RaceOnOz League race on Project Cars 2, the GTE World Series. That was race 1. We've got race 2 coming up. And on this channel, we do plenty of broadcasting of sim racing. Plus, I do a little bit of that myself. You'll see a stream each week where I'm doing the racing. And every now and then, we get online and we talk about what's happening in the sim racing world on our website as well. You can keep up to date with some of the debates and opinions being put out there in the sim world. And yeah, we're going to be the one-stop shop for all the action. We'll give you highlights from all the big eSport races as well, so keep an eye on all that. As long as you've checked our website on Facebook or YouTube, you'll stay in the know. Or Twitter as well. At Demo1G is our handle on Twitter if you're a big Twitter fan. But you can watch all the races live. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Mixer every time. And Spebble, he's just joined us. Welcome. It's so good to have you along with us, Spebble. That said Twitch, but you've joined us from Mixer. Welcome along. That's right. You can even watch from Mixer if that's what you want to do. All right. Should have another race starting soon. But you can see it was Nige in first place, John Dog second, and JJ Penguin in third. So good little mix of cars on the top. But Nige was just flying tonight. He 45 minutes and 18 seconds. And you can see 24 seconds behind was John Dog. JJ Penguin got close. So did Benny as well. So second, third, and fourth. There wasn't a lot in it. We were watching the battle between Moose and Brett. And that was a very intriguing battle. Hopefully we get more of the same in race 2.
Fag.
John.
Done, Nige. Too strong, mate.
I'll see
Cheers, JJ.
Nice one, Nige.
Good thing there's no pit stop in this one, eh, Nige?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I was hanging with you. Like, obviously I stuffed turn 1 that let you pass, but I was hanging with you, and then, but my tyres were just getting killed. I thought,
Yeah,
if I stay in here with this, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And lucky I did, because at the end I wasn't far.
Listen in, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I don't count it as last when other people kept quitting.
Yeah. But mate, you maintain that pace. You just held it. I'd love to see your timesheet. I reckon they would have been 41s the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a break, lads, for a bit.
Yep, we can definitely take a few minutes for sure.
5 minutes of some beer break.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon I was constant 41s as well, John.
My wife said great fucking footage as well. Like, she was watching it on YouTube, she reckons. It was really good broadcasting.
Excellent.
Oh,
Good on whoever was doing that.
I went through me and I think it was Familiar for about 5 corners side by side, and even a little touch here and there, and we didn't get like spin or nothing. It was fucking awesome.
Nice.
But Familiar.
It was good racing, mate. It was so much fun. Yeah, I was lagging hard.
Yeah, I could see that, and I was just like, oh, hopefully he holds in. And then a couple of laps after you went, I got DC'd as well. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I was lagging hard.
Hey, Zero, $5 from you. Legend Zero. Absolute bloody legend. You're the top fan. I'm gonna have to start giving you guys credit in the opening sequences, I think. Thank you very much, Zero, for the $5 there. We're not over yet. We've still got another race. I just wanted to get a few words in while we're waiting. But Zero, absolute legend. Sorry, I'm lucky I saw that because I had popped out to get another cup of water. But this one, we've got another 45-minute race coming up right now. And this one, hopefully for you, Zero, they put on a good show. Listen in to the boys. They'll be all chatting. We will have another one. And thank you to the new follows and likes that have just appeared. Stick around. We've got one more race.
The car was just shaking everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, what happened to Skippy?
Skippy spun in front of me. I was just too close. So I was already on the brakes.
Fair enough.
So
I read it like someone had taken him out.
Ooh.
yeah, no, I didn't take him out.
He must have got roughed up earlier on, because he said who else.
He was trying to miss Coxie, and Coxie got loose. He got loose, and I had fresh tyres because I went in to fix my damage, so I put front tyres on it as well. That's the only way.
Beat your teammates, all I can say.
I didn't quite catch my teammate. I was catching him at the end, but I wasn't quite there. I was just glad I stayed in front of Nige. I think that's the first enduro race that we've ever done where I haven't been lapped.
Yeah, considering the slippery surface with the fog and stuff, it's pretty good, really. It's going to be a bit quicker this one, though. It's the time of day is lunchtime, which you'll need to change to TB. So it's midday for race, 11 o'clock for quali, still 5 minutes.
Oh, so
and light cloud.
it's not the grid from race 1?
Nah, you do another 5 minute quali.
Alright.
Is it still that custom date or?
Default date.
Alright. Well, Zero, you just got to stay awake 45 minutes, bro. 45 minutes, but yeah, it's very early for you. I used to do that. I used to work night shifts. I used to hate coming off the night shifts.
11 o'clock?
11 o'clock. Light cloud as well.
So yeah, they got 5 minutes, I think, 5 minutes, and then into the race, so 50 minutes basically.
Once we've got all our thumbs up, we'll go again.
This is a very popular car, 308 kilometers top speed, 500 horsepower, 1265. It's 5 kilometers slower, but it's less weight. 5 kilos less as well. Alright. Yeah, night shifts, man, suck big time. I used to also hate the transition from day shift to night, that 24-hour off period you get. Because you'd get off work and then you'd stay up all night. You'd try to anyway. And then usually you'd get drunk that night. And then you'd be drunk in the day. And then you'd go to sleep. It was just... I hated it. But I will just see if I can show you guys something. I know not everyone's on Twitter, but if you are on Twitter, if you use the hashtag D1G while we're streaming, you can get yourself your message popping up on screen. So I'm going to try something here.
Right, so we got 3 cars in the top 4. 3 different cars, I should say.
No, that's
English good at
in
you
the top 4.
Should pop up on the screen, I hope, if it still works.
Ford, Ferrari, Ford.
There it is. Race 2 about to begin.
Then
D1G.
Ford,
So got to use the
then
hashtag
Ferrari.
D1G on Twitter.
Then Ferrari, then 2 Fords.
And you'll get
Then
your...
Porsche.
You can chuck a personalised message, support your favourite driver, or whatever, and you get it up on a little bit of a flash on screen. So we should be starting very soon, guys. Looks like we're just waiting maybe for one driver.
And how many disconnects did we have, guys? Was it just Woz and V8?
Might have been one more, but I can't
Skippy.
It is an FIA
he's
Grade
not
1
in the
circuit, this one.
Yeah.
So the best grade you can get.
I think I shot him a new invite.
It hosts...
I'll show you one now.
Well, it has hosted the Super League Formula GP2 series. The A1 Grand Prix was done here, if you remember the A1 series. The World Series by Renault, FAM Superbikes,
online.
the GT Championship, the GT3 European Series.
Thumbs up when you're ready. We go to race. Calling for race 2.
Race 2.
The temperature's a bit warmer for this one, so hope people have done practice.
I'm looking forward to grip.
Yes.
Yeah, that race sucked for me. Things out of the 42s.
On Mixer, I don't know. Let's have a look, Speeble.
That's all, isn't it?
We're trying to share it, bro.
Blue. Always blue.
Here we go.
Good luck, all.
Sparky, he's got some fans. Righty, so I'm watching myself. How do we share? There's, you know, that little yeah, we're trying to share it. And I can give you a link actually. I mean, that's the Mixer link. But if you're on PC, you know, down the bottom hand, on the bottom of the video on the right hand side, you see the three dots with the lines, the sharing button. That lets you share it to Facebook, Twitter, email, copy the link, or you can embed on your website or something if you want the embed code. So Dr. Moose starts his first lap of qualifying. Let's see who can dominate this one. A lot better conditions for them today. A lot more grip. They were struggling with grip in the last one. Foggy, a little bit cool. And we saw a lot of people lose the back end. It should be a different story tonight in race 2. So it's a very busy field as Dr. Moose looks like he's the second one on track. Share on Mixer. The hell is Mix Play? I've never really played around with Mixer. Oh, you're on Xbox, right? I don't know how they share it on Xbox. Surely they must have a function for you guys there. I'm not too sure, Speed. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to play around with Mixer on my Xbox once I'm done here. But at least that link, that web address should take them to it. I don't know, but yeah, I know what you mean. Trying to share it on the Mixer, within Mixer on the Xbox. That's you'd think there would be an option. Alrighty. This is going to be very interesting. John Dog's still yet to come out. JJ Penguin's out there. So is Dr. Moose. He's coming around to start his lap. Look at the back end flick out there. Dr. Moose just held that one just. We'll do a lap with him. Let's see what he can put together. Using all of the road and more available. He could have still sort of run a little bit wider there. Would have opened up the corner a little bit better for him. Dr. Moose is in control. Keeps it flat over the hill. There's a car ahead of him just trying to warm up. Hopefully they see him coming. Down the hill, you got to brake a lot sooner than you think. Because gravity just keeps pushing you and pushing you down till you eventually run wide out of that corner. Straighten this one up as much as you can. And then this is like a double apex right hand. It's an awkward one. He seems to have gotten that one nailed. And then downhill again, and the banked left-hand turn before you brake for another sharp left. It's blind, hidden by the crest. Oh, sorry, the right-hand turn. I thought I was in a different part of the track. Those left-hand, just keep the car turning, otherwise you will run wide. And Dr. Moose, it's been a pretty smooth lap, but hasn't been quick enough for him. He should be pretty happy with the way things have worked out for him here. Down the last final corner, went across the start-finish line. That'll be second for him at the moment. Will things change? JJ's coming. JJ Penguin 86. He's got a car just ahead of him. Don't know if that's going to slow him down. The cars look bloody fantastic as they crest the top of that hill. He's going to have a bit of a slipstream too, JJ. This could work to his advantage. Up towards the start-finish. Oh, it's fourth for JJ. 9/10 off Nige, who once again took out the top spot. And Dr. Moose, well, second place that lap. That was a great lap, the one we rode on board. He was 3/10 off Nige, who just seems to be out of reach from everyone. He's an alien on a different planet. 1:39.7. That's a fantastic lap. Nige will be very pleased. Tuddy, he did well in the green one. In the green 4 GT, third place. Hopefully he can maintain that track position through this next race. An XR8, so the GT is doing really well. 2 Ferraris there. 3 Ferraris. 5th, 6th and 7th there, so, well, interesting. Sparky got 8th. Jake, 9th. GTR, 10th. Coxie got 11th. Benny got 12th. And John Dog, 13th. He didn't quite get the lap together that he wanted. Is he going to improve it here? He does, second place. Oh, and Dr. Moose just nicks it from him at the last moment. So, John Dog, he took third. And Dr. Moose, he recovered and got second. Bluey XR8's out, they're doing another lap. Oh, these guys, incredible lap times. 2 130, we got 3 139s in the top 3. This is insane. These guys are just loving the conditions. Oh, XR8, he's taken second away. That's 4 now in the 139s. They're getting even closer to Nige. Incredible time. And that is it. Well done to everybody. We had 5 cars in the 139s. This is going to be a very tense race. I can assure you of that. They've got extra grip. They've got the confidence. They've had the lap. The 45 minutes in the last session.
Great driving there, boys.
They're in the zone for this one.
Are we going to do another manual rolling start again?
No, well, it depends. Is V8 back in the room?
Yep. Well, he was.
I am.
He did join.
Yeah.
He did join.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, he's here. Ready to rage out and smash shit.
I didn't touch him this time, I swear it.
Yes, he did, officer. I swear he did.
He didn't make it to the line. It wasn't my fault.
He offered me candy. He touched me, officer.
Yeah, Darren getting 4th.
I was trying to use him as draft, and next minute he just disappeared in front of me. I'm like, damn it! And slowed me down.
We good to go then?
Yep.
Time. Dead last for me.
Here we go. Nige on the top spot. Tuddy. They're in 5th.
Hopefully that's the last one for the night. We all fucking finish this race.
Are we doing another 45-minute?
Yep. With grip this time.
Wait, so we're going to do another manual rolling, right?
No, we're good to go for a standing start.
Alright.
Yeah.
There you go, standing
on the
start
grid.
confirmed. Just waiting now for the drivers to pop into the lobby. And it's a long run towards the first turn. Nige online. XR8. He's offline. Is he going to come across and block any runs? We'll have to wait and see. It's all unknowns. And will they keep themselves clean? Will there be contact? We didn't see any last lap in the first one, but that was a foggy one, so they're probably a little bit more cautious. This time around, the truck's a lot quicker.
30 seconds.
Spebble looking forward to this one. Spebble, he's chucked in 5,000 Sparky tokens on the mixer. Loving that is a huge amount, dude.
15 seconds.
Awesome support from Spebble. And easily becoming the top supporter now on Mixer. We don't have many on Mixer, but it is our newest platform. So it's good to see you're watching from there. Spebble, this one's for you. And Zero, who also chucked in $5 early on. Hopefully he's still with us, Zero. Here we go. And it's green racing, and Bluey is taking the lead. A bit of a touch between them, and the 4 GTs almost cause a huge drama into the first lap, into the first turn. Everybody getting squeezed. TB, oh, there's a bit of a contact with the Corvette, and that's chucked GTR way down the back in the order, and that's not what he wanted at all. And side by side now, he's got to keep it clean, and that was dramatic. Dramatic. And look at the racing now, up beside each other. Sparky, he's going to squeeze one through up the inside of the GT. The Apex comes a knocking, and they've just given each other enough room. Unfortunately, we've missed the replay of the start, but welcome along. It was a chaotic start there with some people. There could be some steward inquiries at the end of it, but look at this one. This race has really turned it up a notch. The second of the sprint races tonight, a 45-minute race around Algarve here in Portugal. And already Brett is now just ahead of Tuddy. Tuddy's lost about 2 or 3 positions. Forget he was 4th or 5th at the beginning of this one. So that start wasn't ideal for him at all. JJ Penguin down in 10th as well. So he's lost some spots out of that one. The other Ferrari dives up the inside, and they have to share the corner, and JJ lets it through. Doesn't want to get any damage early on in this lap. Jake is down the back end. GTR sort of recovered a little bit. I don't know if Jake's had some issues. But right up the front, John Dog and Blue XR8 leading this one. Nige is down in 4th place, so Nige has had some drama too. We almost saw Nige onto the grass before the first turn. There was 3 4 GTs that were sort of getting their elbows out a little bit too wide. And Brett giving chase down in 5th place. Fantastic opening lap, lots of excitement. And now the guys, they settle in and work on increasing their position on track. There's a little bit of an action and scrap forming down in 6th place. Dr. Moose leads it. So a lot of these drivers losing out on that first lap. Their standing starts not quite up to par where they'd like to see them. And you can see Tuddy is trying to work hard to get back into the qualifying position he was in. Ben has 2 Ferraris inside his rear vision mirror now, filling it up. And Ben will be aware that they're there. How hard does he defend his position though? And how is the change in grip conditions going to change the results of this one? Will there be drivers out there with a lot more confidence than the ones that had confidence in the fog? I'd say so. The cars are going to perform differently. They already are. And you can see the lap times are going to be a lot quicker too. So this is going to be a very exciting 45 minutes, guys. It's good to have you along. And if you are new, my name's Josh Gain, and I'm calling this race. First round of the Project Cars 2 GT World Series Tour with RaceOnOz. And it's been fantastic action. Up the front, though, Blue XR8 trying to break the slipstream of Sparky in the green for GT. But into the first turn, it's Sparky who is now still chasing. He's got the lead on John Dog, though. And the 4 GTs dominate. They're in the top 4 positions. And they're looking to be the favourite car used in this series. John Dog, though, look at that. Nige is getting very close indeed. Nige doing some of the fastest laps in qualifying. Didn't quite see how he lost his positions on the opening lap, but he won't be two-faced because he's still within striking range of the front two. And those front two, look at this, side by side now. Give each other just enough room. Into the braking zone, things slow down a little bit. Nige sees the door open up on him, but he can't get the traction or the acceleration. He's got to outdrive his competitor in front because they're in the exact same car, so he'll know his weaknesses and he'll know where he's strongest in the 4 GT. Now he just needs to find the individual weaknesses of John Dog. Can he survey his competitor and find where he's quicker? That'll be where John Dog will probably lose out to Nige. But you can see it's a very close affair at the front. Not a lot in it now. All 4 cars, 5 cars, even 6 if you count Dr. Moose. Look at this. The guy's incredible racing action. Anything could happen now. On board with Dr. Moose. He's in the slipstream of Brett. And Spiebel. I don't know what you call that thing you've sent me. Oh, very close there from Moose. Look at it, their cars. They're all looking and manoeuvring for track position. Nige is in the middle of it. Brett is there. Will he go around the outside? He's sort of... The door's opened up on him. Not just yet. And Brett is looking strong here. He's the strongest non-4 GT up the front. And look at this. The field is so much more compact now. We do have a big gap from Coxey down, so there's been some issues for these 3 guys at the back, and they're going to be very frustrated because they didn't get quite the start they wanted last time as well. Ben's doing well in 8th, but you can see everyone ahead of him is doing just as good. And Dr. Moose is in this car sandwich. I don't think he really wants to be there, and he's looking and searching for a way past the Ferrari of Brett. But Brett's doing a great job in defending. As he's defending, though, you can see he's dropped off the pace from Nige and John ahead of him. So he needs to sort his priorities out now. Does he defend the position, or does he just work on pushing forward and just let Dr. Moose through? He's inside the slipstream. You can see he's come across to the middle of the track as they cut back to the inside into the first turn. And they'll stay 5th and 6th for now, but Dr. Moose is really pressurising the Ferrari. If he can force an error, he'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. But as we've seen before, Brett's been pretty consistent in the first of the sprint races, so there's not a lot of chances for Moose to take advantage of, unless he can force it. He just needs to keep up on the exhaust of Brett and do whatever he can, and he's doing just that at the moment. So he's doing all he can out on track. He's antagonizingly close, Moose is. I didn't even see the pass, Spiebel. It must have happened behind us. Oh. Oh, big moment. It was Sparky God. We just saw the end of the drama as we're coming up into this double right-hand corner. Have a look. You can see, I don't know if he got pushed along. He's off the track there. And we go to the wide shot. Oh, so lucky not to pick anyone out from that. And Sparky, wow, so lucky. He's still in this one, but he's down in 10th now. Big moment for Sparky there. Looks like he's going to be able to continue on, so he hasn't gone into the side of the pit lane. He's the other green GT, Tuddy. He's holding 6th place now, and it's still very congested, isn't it? These guys all very well equal matched. This is great racing, and this 45 minutes is absolutely going to fly by. Oh, Banana, what's a cracking, bro? Good to see everybody jumping in on Saturday night. We should probably do more Saturday night racing streams. Don't forget we've got GT Sport tomorrow night as well with RaceOnOz. So that starts about the same time actually. 7:30 my time in Brisbane. So don't miss that one. That's going to be very exciting. And then on Monday we've got the SFR GT Challenge taking on Bathurst. And in a couple of Sundays' times, we will also be starting ACC, Assetto Corsa Competizione, first round on the 29th of March. Neo Fuzz, welcome along. It's good to have all the new followers here. And hopefully you're enjoying this one tonight. Brett's up into 4th place. He'll be very happy with that one. Up the front, there's John. Nigel's managed to push his way forward, so he's now in 2nd place. His next target, XR8 in that 4GT. Saturday morning in Germany for you, Spiegel. What is the time actually for you? Is it really early or like 9 a.m., 8 a.m. sort of early? I think Ben actually successfully got the move done there. We just saw him sort of dive up down the inside. I think JJ's just given him the space. Sorry, TB Williams has given him the space. Oh, TB! What is going on there? That looked very awkward. Lag seemed to play a little bit of a role inside that, but the car just didn't look balanced at all. He'll rejoin, but again, loses time. Not what he wants. Let's see if we can't see what happened to the Ferrari. It was TB Williams. He came up over the top. Oh, the back end kicked out, and he just tanked slap at it and tried to recover, and it didn't work for him. He's now down in 11th. Yes, it is a Spa wet race tomorrow for RaceOnOz. So we know it's going to be raining, and it's going to be very intriguing. And if you are new, look at this. Look at these guys up the front. There's nothing in it between them. So equally matched. It's incredible racing. And they're racing so close. And Brett's really driving out of his skin at the moment. He's surrounded by 4 GTs. But he's really trying to dominate in that Ferrari. But like I said, if you are new here, we do plenty of sim racing broadcasts like this. We've got at least 3 or 4 every week on a busy week, sometimes 5. And then you will see on Wednesdays, I will get behind the wheel myself and have a bit of fun. And I usually do the GT Sport FIA events, and then if I get on earlier, I'll play around with different sims if I can. And then or get involved with you guys and do a bit of a lobby race and have a bit of fun. Nothing serious, just bashing around in cars and just enjoy driving. And then they're also talking eSports. It's not a scheduled show, but it is a show that we do. We'll talk about all the news that's happening in the sim racing world and keep you up to date with all the big things going on. Share my opinion and let you guys share your opinions on where things should go, or maybe a solution to a problem that the sim racing world is experiencing. The latest one that we've talked about is the region change for GT Sport players. You can read the article on our website, demo1garage.com, and there's also a video that goes along with it as well. And so we'll be doing a lot more of that stuff in the next coming weeks, and we'll also be giving you highlights of all the big eSport races out there in the world. The iRacing, we've got Max Verstappen in a few events, we've got the GT Pro Series on R Factor 2, We've got the Le Mans eSport series with Forza Motorsport 7. All these races have big prize pools. $50,000, $10,000, 80,000 euros. So we'll keep you up to date. Demo 1, we're planning to be your one-stop for sim racing stuff. You can get all your sim racing stuff everywhere else, but it's really hard to stay up to date with all the sim racing that goes on. But I'll stay on top of it for you and give you all the highlights. That's what is happening. So welcome to the team. And you can see Brett's gone wide and Dr. Moose just tucked it up the inside. And he said, thank you very much. Big fella 043, welcome to Twitch. No, you followed us on Mixer, sorry. When you guys follow on Mixer, it says Twitch as well. But you're on Mixer, welcome along, bro. And good to see our Mixer audience is growing. Tuttle, he's dropping off the pace a little bit, and he's got Ben just giving him pressure now. So Benny in the Porsche might be able to do one up on the 4GT. JJ in the Ferrari, he's fallen back a little bit now. He's in 8th place. And Sparky, he hasn't been able to recover after that huge incident we saw early on. TB Williams side by side there with GTR, but he holds his own and keeps his foot to the floor. And he's got extra pace out of the corners. And Nige, though, he won the first race, and he's still searching for a way around Blue, who at the moment controls this one. 11:15 a.m. Okay, so not too bad. That's actually a decent time for Germany. So yeah, it's almost Sunday. It's my Saturday evening here in Australia. It's about towards 20 past 8 now at night, and yeah, so it's good to have Europe, you guys following along wherever you are watching. Look at this, Nige has gone for the move. He's ducked to the inside. Blue, he knows the corner's coming up. So he's trying to off-put Blue here a little bit. So Nige is going to probably play some mind games at the moment. And that pressure, he hasn't let off now for 10 laps. And we know how consistent Nige can be. XR8 did have a few mistakes, I think, in the first race. Everyone was struggling with grip. This one, not so much. He seems to just carry huge cornering speed through there over what Nige can. So it looks like he's got him over in that corner. Who's this John? John Dog in 3rd. He's got Dr. Moose and Brett. We've been following a fair bit this race. So he needs to keep them just outside of striking range, because they will become a threat if he lets them close in any further. This is Tuddy, just ahead of Ben. And Ben wants that 6th place because it's worth more points in the championship. Tuddy gets onto the apex. His teammates struggle there, and you can see JJ's dropped off them as well. So Tuddy, let's have a look at their times. See how different they are to everyone. Oh, Tuddy, the back end again, almost out and around. He held it though. He tapped the brakes, and he's just corrected it just enough, and he's retained 6th. But Ben sees he's under pressure now, and he knows he's prone to mistakes, so he just needs to stick with him. Let's have a look. Tuddy, a 141, 140, a 141, 144, and this lap, 142. They're really slowing down, and Benny's he was 2/10 quicker that lap, so Benny, well, he's going to have to keep an eye on Benny because he's got the pace on him. Through the Porsche driver, Benny. Internet is, you're not wrong, Spiegel. Internet is a wondrous thing. And luckily my internet is fast enough that I can stream in HD, because it never used to be the case for me. Love to see your Season 10 montage, Banana. I do have a few clips from pretty much all the leagues that we're going. Oh no, Tuttle. I call him Tuttle. I don't know if you guys are familiar with American Dad. There's the guy. I'm just going to start calling Tuttle. Oh, what happened there? There was a big shunt I think from behind. Oh no! I think that's what's happened. JJ's got around Benny. And Benny, is he wearing any damage? Not so sure. Have a look at this. We're riding on board. And watch this. Bang! And Benny dropped at some point there. That's where he got taken around. So I think there might have been some contact as we're on board. Big shunt there. So he's continued his lap. The car looks okay. There is damage on. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe we'll be able to hear from them after the race when they get into the voice chat. Oh, round goes TB. I don't know if he was helped on at all from Sparky as we jump to him, and he's gotten back into the race. And Sparky's off as well, so that's another big error from Sparky, this one. And he's just having a race to forget. Let's have a look. Let's see what happened. We just jumped to it as the incident happened. Oh, I think he went to turn in and Sparky was there. So I think Sparky's actually readdressed it rather than being caught up in it. But he's down in 11th place right now, and he's not going to be very happy with the way this one's gone. This is almost a write-off for him. But he's still in it and still trying. This is XR8. Nige is getting extremely close now to that rear wing and back bumper of Blue. And he's doing an incredible job right now to keep Nige at bay. Nige, one of the quickest lappers we've seen today. And even while their little duo scrap continues, they've managed to gain a bit of time on John in behind. You're off to Div 1. I like it. We need more drivers in Div 1. Need a full grid on Sunday nights. So it'll be good to see some familiar faces once again in the top div on Sunday nights. Look at the pace XR8's got through there though on Nige. Just different world completely. Now this one's closed up as Dr. Moose and John are getting a lot closer, and Brent hasn't let up at all, has he? He's been there since the first lap, and he's done a fantastic job of sticking with these guys. So there's no required pit stop, don't forget. So it is a sprint race, flag to flag. You can see those GTs, they're a little bit quicker through there. Moose runs a tighter line. And John, a little bit wider through there, be able to close him up. Things are getting really, really close now. Down the corner, the last corner, downhill, flat out, and onto the front straight. Oh, Nige at the front. Is he going to go for the lead overtake? He didn't quite get there in time, and nothing changes as well down for third and fourth. So all these positions, first to fifth, they're really not settled yet. Moose dives back down the inside. Quickly closed the door by John. And Brett, he's just sticking on the rear gun position now. He's just watching everything unfold. He's possibly waiting for these guys to crash themselves out. Things will get a bit aggressive soon, I'm sure of it. Oh, look at this. John caught out a little bit. I don't know where Moose got that extra speed from. He kept a really tight line and it almost worked for him too. So looks like he's really analysed John in these first 14 laps, and he's starting to learn where he is weakest. Sweet, I always love a good battle, championship battle. So it's good to hear you're up in the top in Div 2. We should just get you guys back out. Oh, I don't know if he's disconnected. Oh, is Brett disconnected? I think he did. That is such an unfortunate thing because Brett was doing so well. So that sucks. That is sim racing for you sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I like to compare it to, say, an engine failure in Formula 1. A disconnect in sim racing is pretty much the same thing. And that is Brett out of this one. It's a shame too because he was doing so well and it was very exciting because he added an extra bit of spicy ingredient to that battle. But he's gone. So Tuttle, 5th place in the green machine. And he's managed to pull away from Ben here, which is a little bit surprising. Ben, a little bit off the pace. JJ down in 7th this one. He hasn't been able to keep the same performance I think he would have liked. TB's been in some incidences and he's in 8th, but he is ahead of a few of them. GTR and Sparky, to name a few. You can see Sparky. Well, he just needs to keep it clean from here on in, if he can. Oh, brake, locking up. Big lock up from Sparky God. Asking everything of the car there as they run downhill. So not surprising that he's locked all those wheels up. The gap though, only 4/10, so this could be a move on very shortly. Just waiting for this one to unfold. And GTR's doing really well in the Corvette. He's not letting TB run away with it. So this one's all but over. 19 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this one. Well, this race sort of gone into a bit of a lull. That happens sometimes. But it's still very exciting up the front because we're waiting to see if Nige can find a way around Blue. A little bit wide there from Nige. Oh, he cuts it back up to the inside. Swerving left, right, left, right. He's trying to put off XR8. But he's not having none of it. He's just focused dead ahead on the track and the racing line. That's his job at the moment. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's worked so far for 16 laps. Nige hasn't been able to find a way around. So I think it's going to be a mistake from Blue, if any, if Nige gets around. So he seems to be dealing with the pressure very well. Oh yeah, disconnects, man. Oh, up the inside again. Nigel's good at doing that. Keeping a tight line, trying to do the up and under. And the switch over here, not quite, but he is very close to the back of Blue. Inside the gearbox almost. He'll have a nice little slipstream down the straight. Let's see what happens here. Ducks to the inside, ducks back to the racing line. The door shuts and Blue, unfazed by everything that's happening, still stays first place. I think Nige needs to do a different move down there. We've seen him do that 2 times in a row. So I think Blue's able to sort of read the book as it were. Inside. Oh, a bit of a touch. We're on board with Nige. That was a very close call indeed. Nige is getting a little bit impatient, it would seem. He's trying to keep a tight line through the corners, I've noticed. Now Blue just sticks to the regular racing line. And now Nige, is he going to back out to the right and then back inside on the left? That's what he's done every other lap. Blue sticks it on the racing line. Nigel, he's going to go inside, but then the door shuts because that fast right-hander just appears. And there's absolutely no room. He might get him up the inside here. Inside the braking, up and under. It might not stick for him. Oh, he bullies out XR8 and Nige takes the lead of the race. Fantastic little bit of racing and a textbook move from the man who's now leading this race, and he's leading the championship. This was the replay. This is where it happened. He stayed inside, and then there was nowhere for Blue to go. So he really needed to defend that inside line there, a little bit more aggressive. But Nige took full advantage of the door being open, and he's now leading this race. Excellent bit of racing. And I see it quite difficult now for Blue to get him back, because Nige will be opening up the tanks and putting in some very quick laps from here on in. But Blue can't let that get to him, because if he slows down too much, John will catch him. And he's had such a good opening half of this race. We've got 14 minutes to go. But the race lead officially changed. And it took 18 laps for Nige to get back up the front. So well done. Dr. Moose, he's in 4th place. And without Brett and co in behind threatening him, he's been able to stay consistent now with the lap times and draw in those ahead of him. Tuttle in the green machine, still ahead of the Porsche, and JJ is trying to catch them. So the back end of the field now starting to spread out a little bit, but there's still points to be had, and there's still positions to be made, because there's still time. 13 minutes is enough time to do something about it. It's also enough time for mistakes to creep in, tyre wear to get the best of them. TB, he's down 8 seconds on his teammate. Sparky, he's ahead of GTR now, but 2 mistakes early on have really cost him this one. And it is Jake McSkills who takes the rear of the field. John Dog, he's dropped off the pace from the front 2 actually through that lap. Blue's actually looks like he's picked it up a little bit. He sort of found a bit of mongrel, a bit of anger. He wants that spot back. He believes it's righteously his, and it was stolen away from Nigel with a beautiful inside move. It was a perfect spot to do it too, because Nigel was on the apex. There was nothing Blue could do. Otherwise, he would have just crashed into the 2 on the side door. So Nigel, you can see he's trying to break that slipstream and playing a few games here with Blue. On board with Blue. We're on board with him. That's the mistake I was fearing was coming all day, and it just creeps in there, and it really hurts when it hits. And Blue from 1st to 2nd, now down into 4th place. He'll be spewing that has happened. So unlucky as well. we were just on board with him, and he was doing. I thought he'd be able to sort of fight back for first place, but that's the difference. Some of us make mistakes, the others can stay consistent. That's why Nigel won race 1, and I'm sure that's why he's going to win race 2 as well. Blue, though, he can still fight back with 11 minutes to go. Let's see his times compared to those around him. 140 last lap, 141. This lap's going to be a lot slower for Blue. So we'll go back after this next lap and keep an eye on those lap times. But Blue is a little bit quicker than Moose and John, so it's not all done yet. There's still a chance for him yet. He just needs to stay calm. If he starts pushing too hard, he'll spin himself out again, and he'll never be able to make up the lost time. 10 minutes. There's time, but he needs to attack now. And it needs to be super clean all the way through. This is Benny. Tuttle, 6th place. He's down 2 seconds. Down 3 seconds is JJ. TB's another 3 down the road. Sparky got. Oh no. Again, the rear end. I don't know how hard that Ford GT is to control, but that is not what Sparky needed again. He gets back up to racing pace, but it lets GTR now in striking range. Is he going to have a dig? Lock up there from Sparky. Inside lane. Beautiful overtake. The under and in. And 9th place for GTR. I don't know how long he's going to hold it off, though. He'll probably get the elbows out a little bit and bully Sparky a little bit if he can. Because GTR will be very happy that he's been able to get a few more points on the board if he can finish in 9th place. Sparky, it just seems his confidence is gone after the first lap. He definitely has the pace in him, and he can do the lap times. Just the confidence just wiped off. So yeah, GTR's looks like he's sort of keeping it equal at the moment. I don't know if Sparky's going to be a little bit closer when we get down to the front straight, and whether or not he's going to have that extra top speed and that slipstream effect to help him sort of activate the slingshot, I like to say. But through that last sector, GTR way quicker, a lot more confidence, and Sparky just seems to be fighting the car. And when you're trying to recover, fighting the car is never a good thing. Here we go, down to the first turn. You can see it's still GTR ahead of him, and it's Jake in 11th. So, Dr. Moose, he has caught John, and I think XR8's going to catch them as well, so it's going to be a 3-way battle now for 2nd place. And Blue has a lot of work ahead of him, 8 minutes to go, so he has caught them in the last lap. Oh, a little bit of a lock-up, a little bit of a slow turn as well for John. So these two are going to be slowing each other down. That is why Blue is back into this race. Let's take a quick look at the timings. Here we go. So, John, a 141, a 141 from Moose, and a 140 last lap from Blue. Let's wait and see what happens when they go across the line here. There won't be any overtakes into the first turn. So, John, a 142, a 141 from Moose, and Blue, a 141.0. So, Blue is the quickest of the 3. John, the slowest of the 3. Side by side. Oh, and I think John's almost gone by himself. The drama of it all happening, the anxiety, sort of pushed him wide as he rejoins the track. These two, oh, they get the elbows out. Moose, I don't know if he realised Blue was looking for a way back onto the road, but he really didn't make it easy for him. Let's have a look. Let's see what you'd make of this. So, yeah, somehow John recovered because he sort of got the back end out. Moose sort of saw the opportunity happening. Blue run wide, and Moose didn't want to let him back on. They touched, and they were so lucky that didn't end up in a big accident and into the side fence. Because I've seen that happen so often in sim racing. But somehow they've kept it together. And this one is very, very, very sketchy now. There's a driver in the pit stops. Pit lane, I think. It is GTR. So I don't know if GTR got damage or something, or he's taking new tyres. But he's in the pit lane. Looks like he's going for some new tyres here. Maybe he's trying to get a fastest lap, or oh no, he's retired. So I don't know what happened to him there. He must have had an accident for him to do that, because he was ahead of Sparky in 9th place. So we've only got 10 cars remaining now. And the unknown is second, the podium's position, 2nd and 3rd. They're still up for grabs. Moose has sort of dropped off John's pace a little bit. Oh, lock up from John. And Blue, he sort of had to gather himself up after that close call in the last lap. Almost a big incident between him and Moose. But things are about to get quite exciting. 5 minutes to go. And I can assure you, 2nd and 3rd is not done yet. He's going to go around the outside. He's got a long way to go, but no. Moose shuts the door on him there. A lock up from John. That's going to give Moose an opportunity to sort of close the gap once again. It looks like the tyre wear now is starting to affect them a little bit. We've seen that's 2 lock-ups now from John this lap. Inside the slipstream they go. Moose is really close. Blue, antagonisingly close, but not close enough just to show a nose just yet. So he needs to pick the pace up a little bit. He's using all of the road here. This could be an advantage for him. John's gone wide. He's going to be tight on the inside. It's going to lose him some pace down this straight. That's going to give the advantage to Moose, and it absolutely does. And now here comes Blue. He tries to make it 2. Oh, they've touched. They've absolutely touched. And John goes from 2nd to 4th back ahead because Blue's run wide outside the hairpin. Huge little moment. There was a little bit of a touch there, and I think John was going to readdress it. But then Blue's run wide. And he's got him back ahead. A little bit of a tag there. Careful he doesn't sort of spin the car around, and John will be so angry with himself there. I don't know if he's nursing some tyres that he just can't handle at the moment. They've probably dropped off a cliff. But now 2nd and 3rd has changed. It is now Moose into 2nd and Blue in that final podium spot. And John is not giving up. Look, he's more lock-ups for him now. Things are getting wild. Another one, another lock-up. That can't be good. He's going to be wearing those tyres extremely thin if he keeps doing that. And it's not going to be good for his lap times either. He's inside the slipstream now. First turn. There's no real room to make a move. Blue runs wide. I think he's trying to give John space. Dives it up the inside. On the apex now. It'll be inside again for Blue. Oh, he didn't have the pace. John's retaken a podium. Now Blue, he lost a lot of speed through there. He's really dropped off. Really dropped off through there. So I'm not sure what happened then, but that was awkward. And as these guys now, as they switch and change things up, Moose is really starting to build a lead on them. Give himself a bit of buffer. A 1 minute 40 to go. So this is coming into the final lap now. We've done 26 laps. Nigel leads. Where is Nige? He's coming around. This will be the last lap. So the next lap will be the last lap. John, he'll be watching that clock, and he'll be wishing he could just go back in time a little bit and change things. But he needs to work on it now. He needs to push hard. Can Blue get around, or can John defend? What's he going to do down this front straight? Is he going to play games and try and break the slipstream, or is he just going to focus on the racing line ahead of him and going into the first turn the quickest he possibly can? Track position. He doesn't know where to go. I think Blue's going to stay inside. He does. It's not really an overtaking corner, so Blue didn't waste his time. Oh, he's run wide. John's run wide. Blue had the extra pace. He dives it down the inside. A bit of a lock-up as well. And Blue, I think, is going to run away with third because we're on the last lap, surely. Oh, resilient fighting from John. If only the race ended a lap ago, he'd be okay. But that wasn't the case because now Blue can just charge on in third. He'll be a little bit disappointed he won't be able to collect second, as long as Moose doesn't make a mistake here. Because Blue's looking really quick, actually. I think Moose could be in a bit of trouble if we had another lap in this one. But it's been Nige who worked so hard on taking that first position away from Blue. And it took him 18 laps. But it was a textbook overtake, clean as. And looks like he's about to take the win for race 2 as well. He took race 1. He'll have maximum points from this weekend, and he'll be leading the championship. Fantastic race from Nige, and a great win here at Algarve in Portugal. There it is, checkered flag. So Moose, who was able to keep Blue in behind, he did the work. And there it is, second for Moose. Blue will come around in third place as they go across the line. John's really fallen off then, hasn't he? There he is in fourth place. And it's going to be Benny in fifth, so good little consolation prize for Benny. Looks like Tuttle almost got overtaken by JJ at the end, so they'll take 6th and 7th respectively. There's TB in the background taking 8th. It'll be Sparky in 9th place. Oh, and Jake has had a big accident as they're mucking around after the checkered flag. Luckily, they don't. Doesn't cost them any money. But there we go. Great little race. 2 sprint races here this week. It's been fantastic. And that was round 1. The next round is on the 21st. It is an endurance round. There's a 6 hour. I don't know. That's not locked in, so I'll let you guys know if we can get the 6 hour done. But the next sprint round is May 2nd with 3 30-minute races.
Race Force.
So keep an eye on our streaming calendar at demo1garage.com. And don't forget...
I had to give you that position, John, in those last couple laps.
And don't forget, we'll be streaming tomorrow night as well with the GT Sport from the Super Formula race there. So again, next GT round May 2nd, but there is one on the 4th of April. I'll let you know if I can do the 6 hour race there. But yeah, that ends tonight's festivities. Great little racing action. And thanks again to RaceOnOz. Thank you to Zero for chucking in $5 and Speeble for the tokens there on Mixer. Absolutely awesome support, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. And like I said, stay up to date with everything on our website, demo1garage.com, our Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Mixer. You pick where you want to watch. But until next time, good night. My name's Josh, and race hard and on the edge. We'll talk to you guys later.